In a twist that no one saw coming, Russian presidential spokesperson Dmitry Peskov and European Union's top diplomat Kaja Kallas have suddenly found themselves on the same page, casting doubts over President Donald Trump's approach to Ukraine peace talks. Apparently, even Moscow and Brussels can agree on something. Who knew? Their unified stance comes as Washington and Moscow prepare for some diplomatic speed, dating this week in Saudi Arabia. Let's hope there are fewer awkward pauses than at a high school dance. Peskov, who's apparently had enough of the romance, emphasized the importance of pragmatism and how Russia has solid experience in spotting those oh-so-charming false promises in diplomacy. Speaking on Russia's favorite show, Moscow, Kremlin, Putin, he quipped,
"The romantic period is over. Now is the time for pragmatism, the time to build on the experience of recent years. We are also learning. We are not standing still. We have solid experience of how to defend our interests so that we don't get caught up in false promises."
Peskov, meanwhile, was rather warm about the recent chat between Presidents Putin and Trump, calling it a strong signal that diplomacy, yes, you heard that right, could lead to peace. He even took a dig at the previous US administration, saying,
"This is a strong signal that we will now try to solve problems through dialogue and talk about peace, not war. Because what happened with the previous government? No dialogue, war all the way." Judging by US President Donald Trump's statements, we are solving the problem through dialogue. No war, we need peace. Such an attitude should in theory be unacceptable to any sane person or state. That's what happens.
But wait, Brussels isn't exactly sipping champagne in celebration. Kaja Kallas, the EU's High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, is wondering if the US is really as committed to Ukraine as it claims, particularly if it means appeasing Russia over Kiev's interests. Seems like EU's keeping a watchful eye on Washington's big promises. At the Munich Security Conference, she made her point loud and clear, suggesting that Europe's support of Ukraine might not be enough if the US starts losing focus. She made sure to remind everyone about the importance of European defense.
We need to do more for Ukraine. We have done a lot in terms of supporting Ukraine. We are the biggest supporters of Ukraine. We have provided like 134 billion euros, whereas US share is actually smaller. But in terms of our own defense, we need to do more because we have been in allies with the US and they have been saying this and I think it's a valid point.
Kallas also took a trip down memory lane, remembering the last time Ukraine trusted the West's guarantees, back when they gave up their nukes in the 90s because they were promised security. Spoiler alert, it didn't work out quite as planned.
Ukraine had nuclear weapons and they were persuaded that give up your nuclear weapons, destroy your nuclear weapons, and we will provide you security guarantees so that Russia would never attack you again. And so they did because they believed in the United States who gave these kind of promises.
She didn't stop there, though. She made the case that NATO membership is really the only thing that can guarantee Ukraine's security. And let's face it, it's probably the most cost-effective deterrent to Russia.
The security guarantee that is the strongest and that really works is a NATO membership. And it's actually also the cheapest security guarantee because it really deters Russia.
As US and Russian officials head into talks in Saudi Arabia, this rare Russia-EU unity is raising eyebrows. It highlights how uneasy both sides are about Ukraine's future and the reliability of US promises. Will Trump's peace strategy live up to its hype, or is it just another round of empty words?